Welcome to our review of Slow Horses, Season 4, Episode 2, titled A Trip to France. This episode plunges us deeper into the world of espionage, with personal stakes and mounting tension. Let's break down the key moments and uncover the secrets that are slowly surfacing. The episode opens at the Cartwright house, where David is in a state of confusion, unsure if the man in front of him is his real grandson River. To confirm his suspicion, David asks a question that only the real River would know. What did you and your KGB counterpart do when you met in Berlin in 1982? When River answers correctly with a story about a snowball fight, David realizes it's truly him. This clever use of personal history immediately builds tension. David explains that he thought the imposter was River at first, but he grew suspicious when the fake River called him Gramps. This detail becomes crucial as David reveals he shot the imposter in self-defense. River then examines the imposter's body, finding drugs, a return train ticket to France, and a passport under the name Adam Lockhead. These clues point to a much bigger conspiracy and deepen the mystery. After the shooting, David becomes overwhelmed and hits his panic button, putting them on the clock. This moment is intense as River tries to keep things under control, but David's mental state begins to unravel. In a heated moment, David mistakenly calls River his father, a slip-up that reveals just how confused he is. This personal moment adds emotional weight, showing that David's grasp on reality is slipping, which adds a layer of vulnerability to the spy drama. Meanwhile, over at the park, Gidi Rahman reports to Taverner about Robert Winter's passport, which was issued 28 years ago. Was Winters a former agent? This subplot thickens as Taverner orders Gidi to be isolated under the guise of investigating Winters. Taverner's cold and calculated approach to covering up the past reminds us of the dark underbelly of the intelligence community. River's investigation leads him to the quiet, almost ghost-like town of Lavande in France. He visits a cafe mentioned in the imposter's receipt, where the bartender tells him that a man who looked like him visited a few days ago. The man was staying just outside town in a place called Les Arbres. River's journey into France is beautifully shot, but there's an eerie feeling of isolation, suggesting that something isn't right. Back at the park, Taverner continues her manipulations. She informs Whelan that Robert Winters was a fake identity created by the park 30 years ago, not the bomber they're dealing with. But she cleverly covers her tracks by deleting all related records and pulling Whelan into her schemes by making him complicit in the cover-up. The power dynamics between Taverner and Whelan add an extra layer of intrigue as Taverner shows just how ruthless she can be. River eventually arrives at Les Arbres, an old abandoned estate. The place is littered with weapons and bullet casings, suggesting a violent past. As River explores the empty house, he comes across a mural of a valley and a picture of several men, one of whom is Robert Winters. But things quickly escalate when River is attacked by a mysterious bearded man. A struggle ensues, but River is saved by a Frenchman who knocks him out and drives him away. Where is he being taken, and who's really behind all of this? Back at Slough House, Lamb is also digging into the past, trying to find out what connection David has to France. Lamb's interrogation style is as blunt as ever, but he can't seem to get the answers he wants. This subplot highlights the gap between the old-school spy tactics and the modern-day threats they face. Overall, this episode of Slow Horses builds on the strong foundation of intrigue and character development. River's journey into France raises more questions than it answers, while Taverner's manipulations at the park show just how deep the conspiracy runs. With its clever twists and emotional depth, A Trip to France is a captivating continuation of this thrilling series. Thanks for watching our review of Slow Horses, Season 4, Episode 2. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more episode breakdowns and reviews. Let us know in the comments what you think will happen next.